Hey guys, it's Ethan and the T here, and today I'm going to talk about the... Everybody has to be quiet. Please. So I'm going to be reviewing Venom, which came out last weekend, and honestly, critics hate it, and I don't know why. It has a 31% on Rotten Tomatoes and an 89% for the audience score, and I obviously side with the audience on this one. A lot of people that enjoy Venom's backstory in the comic books really don't like this movie because they changed it up. Well, guess what? This is the movie world, and we're allowed to change whatever they want, so it doesn't matter. This is a universe without Spider-Man in it, so it needs to work by itself, so the original backstory wouldn't work the way the comic book people wanted it to. So I'm going to start out with a 10 out of 10, and I'm going to take points away from things I don't like. A lot of good things about this movie is that it's just a great, and it's really fun to watch this movie. You're never bored watching this movie, and the action scenes are fantastic. The CGI is really good, and there's not really any visual effects that look bad. Overall, the movie by itself isn't amazing, but it is an average story, but everything else is actually really great. A lot of critics say it's just not a good story, and that's really what they're just focusing on. It's really not a bad story, it's just nothing amazing. It's not like an Infinity War or anything. So this review won't really have any spoilers in it. I'm just really going to give you main ideas of things that have happened in the movie and things that are in the trailer. So it really starts out with, Tom Hardy plays Eddie Brock, which he is a great actor, and it starts out he's at a high point in his life, and something happens where there's like an ultra low point in his life, and everything is not going good for him. And there's a man named Carlton Drake. Carlton Drake is the head of the science program where he tests these alien symbiotes that he got from space, and they crash to Earth, and he tests them on humans. And they need a bond with humans. They need a specific, perfect bond to be able to live within the person. The first half of Venom, it does kind of drag a little bit. I wouldn't necessarily say it's boring, but you know why you're at this movie. You want to go see Venom. So a lot of the first half of the movie is just Eddie Brock, and he gets sick because he gets the symbiote and everything. But when the second half of this movie starts, it's not really the half, it's just like the second part of the movie, it really gets really good. There's some parts in this movie that I don't think made sense. Something about the symbiotes that can only bond with a certain person because they're a perfect match for them. There's a couple things in this movie where I don't really understand how the symbiote does some things, and I wish there was a little bit more backstory with the symbiotes. So like I said, obviously Rotten Tomatoes is way too low with this. I'm going to side with the audience score on this one at an 89%, and that is actually really high, and maybe a little bit too high for this, but 89% is more what I stand by than a 31%, because that is way too low. I really do recommend going to see this movie, and please stay after the credits. There's a mid-credit scene and a end credit scene. Please, I recommend going to see it this weekend. My final review is 8 out of 10, and yeah, thanks for watching.